if the king finds out, wouldn't this basically just be his death sentence?
Yeah.
Hey, watchers, we're watching whatever. I'm Nathan.
Danny.
We're here with House of the Dragon, episode 4. So we're gonna start this here shortly. We saw in episode 3 there's a 2-year jump. He has, and Viserys had Aegon, his son that he finally wanted, and Rhaenyra is feeling very upset. She feels like she's, everyone is against her. They want, they want a male to become the heir. To become the king after Viserys dies. And and 3 ended with just the one character that I was really interested in just, was killed off. What's his name? The crab feeder. Right? Daemon and Corlys they fought against him and his people, and Daemon ended up winning. At the same time, Viserys offered his help, and it pissed Daemon off. So, and that's basically where it ended. So we're gonna continue on with the show here. Before we start, want to thank everyone for joining us here. Please remember to like and subscribe. Leave us a comment. Leave us your thoughts. You can follow us on Patreon if you'd like to watch our full-length commentary and reaction at patreon.com/watchingwhatever. For our Patreon subscribers and followers, we thank you for being here with us and watching with us. We really appreciate all the support that we can get from everybody. So, with all that said, we're going to start the show. We didn't even see him fight or anything. It was just...
Yeah.
He goes in and
He's
he
literally
comes out with half his body.
Yeah, he was literally there just to show Daemon's badass or whatever, right?
Yeah. Do we get like a 5-year jump now?
The man is older than my father. It's unseemly for him to put himself forward as a contender for my hand.
So that's what this is about?
If chosen as your match, princess, your day shall be easy and night safe under my protection.
Protection? The princess has a dragon, you dumb cunt.
We're leaving.
Yeah, I knew it.
I think like in the books, from what I remember, like the Brackens and the Blackwoods are kind of like the Hatfields and the McCoys. They're like, they just hate each other for like centuries or whatever.
Family feud.
We should make landfall inside the hour, princess.
How do you think he would take it?
Do you speak of how you rejected every suit his grace put before you, or how you abruptly ended the tour with 2 months remaining? Festa Maester!
I'm fine.
Red Dragon is Daemon, right?
Yeah, but why does she look so like pleased? He's got the crab feeder's hammer. What's he wearing on his head?
Add it to the chair.
She like admires him.
Yeah, it's weird.
Once we smash the Triarchy, they name me King of the Narrow sea. But I know that there is only one true king, Your Grace.
It's weird. So many looks between people.
Rise.
All the drama. Daemon just wanted to prove he's like worthy.
Yeah, he showed everybody that he should be the next king, right?
He's battle tested, right?
Yeah, battle tested, and he won. They already have the kid? She's no longer pregnant?
Would you like to see the tapestry? He has no interest in such things.
I'd like to see them.
Oh, well, then you should not deprive yourself.
So it seems like Viserys is starting to lose interest in Rhaenyra. We did have a small time jump. She's already had her second kid then.
Surmise the tour
Right.
didn't go well? I endured it as long as I could. They only want my name in my Valyrian blood for their offspring. How romantic it must be to get imprisoned in a castle and made to squeeze out heirs.
When did they get so talkative again?
Right.
I find I have a few friends, baby.
I didn't skip an episode, did I?
I've missed you too.
Maybe like after the last episode where we see her kind of becoming more mature or whatever, maybe they were able to mend their relationship.
I mean, obviously they did, but
So, what do you want?
she has a really strong jawline feature.
My father seems content to sell me off to whichever lord has the biggest castle.
There are worse things to be sold for. E dino de malo sud vedila meris.
Abra sut vejitsus.
Whatever happened to that other girl that he had brought with him?
Oh yeah.
But over the past few days, it seems we have traded a crab feeder for a sea snake.
Years have passed since the business with his daughter. That pride has been injured. He plans to wed his daughter Lena to the Sea Lord's son.
I don't really get that.
They do trade with the free cities, and essentially Corlys controls like the main kind of like passageway or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so that would give him a lot of power, right? Maybe it's to represent what she was saying, right, about how women are just made to kind of churn out heirs.
Mm. Someone just left a map for her.
Right. And like
Is it
a
a way to sneak
costume. Yeah.
out? Yeah, disguise herself and sneak out of the castle. Doesn't that usually always lead to like something bad happening? How bad is he now?
He's missing some of his fingers.
Leave us. All of you.
Is this just like leprosy?
I don't think in the show they ever call it that.
Yeah, but I'm just saying like,
Yeah, but I think like I read like either one of the filmmakers or the actor said it was leprosy. Yeah.
okay. Hey, fellow watchers, don't forget to like and subscribe and check us out on our Patreon. Links are in the description below. And now back to our program.
Our good king names his daughter. Would she make a powerful queen? For Aegon the Babe Prince might long proclaim.
Yeah, just if you will. 4 copper street rat in King's Landing we pay for our pleasures. Hey, stop! Boy! Wait, I'll find him.
And who might you be running from now?
The Hobbit.
Princess. You take care, boy.
So Sir Harwin is considered one of the strongest knights in the realm. Yeah, and he's the son. I think he's the son of the dude who kind of seems like he would make a better hand. The guy who said, I advise you. Yeah, that guy.
Oh, okay.
And then the dude with the weird foot is that guy's brother.
Yeah, right
Duty
now.
calls.
Yeah. You gotta make another heir.
Right. So then now that scene makes a lot more sense, right? It's like showing the difference. Like she has to take care of a baby.
Yeah.
This girl, yeah. I mean, at least for this night, she gets to be free.
Oh man, look at his back.
I feel so bad for her.
she could be living, in poverty or working in one of these pleasure houses. There's got to be some trade-off if, you're going to do what you did.
Right.
What is this place?
It's where people come to take what they want.
I had a feeling this was going to happen.
Our marriage is a duty. Yes. But that doesn't stop us from doing what we want.
Targaryens, man.
Damon?
Princess, are you hurt?
He's like, what the?
I shall alert the Lord Commander. My helmet.
She's so in the mood now. She's going to try to seduce him. Damon got her all worked up.
Like, there's been enough like interactions between these two characters where this doesn't seem like it's out of nowhere, right?
I mean, they
Or
did.
does it?
They did spend that little bit of time when she, when she ran away from the, during the hunt.
Right. Uh-huh. They
And
traveled on the marriage tour.
the marriage tour and stuff. They've been spending obviously it's been some time. Right.
Right.
Plus with her, it's,
Mhm.
like I said, Damon got her really turned on, and he, he just walked away. So, because if she had wanted him initially to begin with, my thought would have been when she went in her room, she would have grabbed him and pulled him in. But she only opened the door when he said he was going to go inform the Lord Commander. So I think he's just kind of like what's handy.
Right. Well, I think
No, I'm not saying she doesn't like him at all, but
right.
it just happened that he was also there at that time, right? At this time.
Right. And it's not like a complete stranger, I guess. Right. And like she's the one who chose him for the King's Guard, right?
Yeah, for the King's Guard.
All right.
If the king finds out, wouldn't this basically just be his death sentence?
Yeah.
A messenger brings word from the White Worm.
I'm your protector. Lucky for you.
So she's become like a information type person.
Information
like what's his
broker.
name? Varys.
Varys, there we go. Yes.
Varys. Yeah.
I apologize for the early hour, Your Grace. The princess was spied last evening, beyond the walls of the keep. Damon and Rhaenyra were seen together, in the bowels of a pleasure den. Coupling.
Coupling.
This is a lie. You're so sick with ambition that you would have my daughter stall, awaiting your best chance to destroy her reputation.
At least Viserys is down for his family, man.
Princess, I have a message from the Queen.
My father has made some worrying allegations about you. That you f***ed Damon in a pleasure house. You Targaryens do have queer customs.
Damn!
Your Grace, sister, you must know I would never.
He was told.
Told?
That you...
Who made these claims to your father? To question my virtue is an act of treason.
He reported it to the king.
What happens if the maesters examine her?
He took me to a show. And then Damon sank into his cups and abandoned me for some whore. Damon never touched me.
Sully.
The king demands an audience, my friend.
You defiled her.
Better a first experience be with me than some whore.
What lord will wed her now in this condition?
Who gives a f what some lord thinks?
So why isn't he?
I should disinherit her, as I already did you.
Why is he? Okay, I'm trying to figure out what his plan is. Okay.
I want Rhaenyra. I take her as she is and wed her in the tradition of our house.
It's not my daughter you lust for, is it? Go back to the Vale, Damon. Strive to restore whatever scrap of honor remains in you. Or don't. Matters not to me.
He's thought of disinheriting Rhaenyra too.
It is not in Rhaenyra's nature to be deceitful.
How does confessing to such things serve him?
By making you give up your daughter? You were already questioning your hand about his intentions.
She swore to me that she remains a maiden.
That dagger once belonged to Aegon the Conqueror.
From my blood come the prince that was promised, and his will be the song of ice and fire.
The burden of this knowledge, 'tis larger than the throne. The king, 'tis larger than you and your desires.
I would have looked at him like, Dad, you married my friend.
The truth does not matter, Rhaenyra. Only perception.
So you will strip me of my titles and name Aegon in my stead.
Your courtship is at an end. You will wed Selena Velaryon.
So I can be a remedy for your political headaches.
You are my political headache. With the combined strength of our shared dragons and naval fleets, no one would dare to stand against us.
And what will you do about the vulture who perches upon your throne? Your hand. He wants Aegon to be named heir. You speak of the Conqueror's vision. I will do my duty as heir and wed Sir Laenor, but you must first do yours as king.
More intrigue, more backstabbing.
You served my grandson nobly. You are the man that taught me how to be king. You went from being another man in Jaehaerys court to the second most powerful man in the realm. Your judgment has been compromised.
Is this where Viserys dies?
Both owe you a debt that can never be repaid. But I can no longer trust your judgment.
Shouldn't you have one of your knights in the room just in case? I thought maybe Otto was gonna do something right there, but which would have been dumb anyway.
Right. I mean, I guess he's not a psychopath. he's just a conniver.
Yeah. He's not willing to let himself,
I took great care in its preparation.
Is that something that's supposed to be able to restore her virtue?
Brew properly. I'm sorry, what is that?
A tea, princess, from the king. It will rid you of any unwanted consequences.
It's like a
pregnancy
morning after.
Yeah,
morning after pill.
Does she drink it?
I think that's my favorite episode. So much happened.
Really? This is probably my most just questions about everything episode.
Yeah.
I mean, I wrote down several stuff, right? Like,
First
of all, it was.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so okay, so a couple of things here. So at the beginning of the show, when Daemon comes in, you see her smiling at him, right? But why suddenly that? It feels like that was just out of nowhere.
Oh,
right?
okay.
Obviously, yeah, he succeeded in defeating the crab feeder and all that stuff, but it just seems so odd, like kind of like she was planning a little something too.
Maybe.
The other thing that bothered me about this episode is they just kind of seem to gloss over and skip things.
Okay.
Right. Man, I wish I didn't want to lose too much attention from it, so I didn't write down detailed notes as far as what. But there was there was a few things I was gonna talk about with that in that aspect. Obviously aside from the time jumps, it just. Oh, so what I was saying at the beginning earlier, right? Suddenly, her and Alicent, Rhaenyra and Alicent just are back to friends again.
Right.
So we're just completely supposed to assume after episode 3 that everything's they made up and all this stuff and back together. What else?
I think like there's a couple possibilities. One is that after her experience in the Kingswood, it seems like she, at the end of the last episode, she's shown to be kind of more like a princess or whatever, right? She's showing she's tough. She has some kind of like leadership qualities, some kind of like, I don't know, like with the white heart showing up to her and everything. She has some kind of maybe inherent kind of regalness or royalty or something, right? And I think maybe we can assume that after that's happened, she's kind of patched up her relationships with people. Or I was thinking that maybe what's it called, she kind of gave up on her her marriage tour or whatever, and so maybe Alicent kind of, when we saw it, it was the first time they kind of did speak to each other, right? It wasn't like there was like a past thing, but they're based on their kind of shared experience now of kind of realizing what it means to be like a highborn woman in this kingdom. They feel some type of they reconnect again over that kind of shared experience or something. I mean, those are the two things I could think of why all of a sudden like they're just talking again,
Yeah, I mean, I completely understand that, but it just went from. But what I'm saying is, they went from complete like she wanted nothing to do with her anymore. All of a sudden, they're back to old friends, right?
Right.
There's no sort of awkwardness or that little build up of gaining the trust back in each other and whatnot. So it was a complete 180. And the other thing is, my thought with this with her in this episode is she's just all over the place.
Rhaenyra?
Yeah, Rhaenyra is just bouncing off the walls like a kid who ate like 40 packs of sugar or something. I mean, I don't know. It was just weird. It really felt like one of those where I couldn't really place her personality and character in this episode, right? Kind of what.
Okay.
1 minute she's acting like a little princess, and then she's all, she's obviously happy to see her uncle. Goes out in the town. She gets upset at the play, but then she acts all regal again. Like, what do I care about what these people think? And then they go to the brothel, and then she gets turned on by her uncle, and she's trying to like get with him. And then when he leaves, she runs back, and then when her guard tries to talk to her, she brings him inside and toys with him and teases him, and then ends up getting together with him. And it was just all over the place. Was not my favorite episode. A lot happened. I mean, a lot happened. Right. With Otto and everything and all that kind of stuff, but it felt too distracting to me.
Okay, I could see that actually. Yeah, I mean, I think that's a good point. Like, right, she goes from, then she goes straight up, turns into a liar by denying like everything that kind of happened, right? And then all of a sudden, maybe because she feels some kind of, a serious threat to her, her position, she willingly decides to wed Sir Laenor Valerian, right?
Yeah.
But and so I could
with with a counter that, hey, you got to do your job and get rid of Otto because he's plotting against me. So
yeah, so she does go like from like a bunch of extremes, and I could see that.
And
I thought
there's so much of that going on that instead of focusing on all the other stuff in the show, I kept going back to like, why is she doing this? So it was a distraction for me. There was a lot of stuff I didn't pick up properly because I was thinking about what's going on in her mind and how she's doing something.
Right.
So that's what I meant by it was just a distraction.
Why do you think he kind of in this, I have my own opinion about this, I think, but why do you think he kind of took her to the place, got her all riled up or whatever, and then just boned out. Why do you think? What do you think his plan was there?
So I had a thought about that too, right? I thought
Mm-hmm.
to take her there, obviously, to me it was one, like, so someone could see them,
Right.
right?
Uh-huh.
And because he wants to make a play for the throne. I think why
Uh-huh.
he left her there. My thought is obviously with his drinking and everything, like the little bit of guilt got to him, right?
Right.
And
Okay.
where he doesn't actually have to do anything to her to make these rumors become reality.
Right.
So
Oh, that's a good
I'm
point.
thinking that maybe
Right.
that's what it was, where he, just at least that little sense of family being her uncle, and feeling guilty about what he's trying to do, and to play with her and use her. Maybe that guilt is what got to him, and that's why he left. Right, but
Okay.
he had already
Wow,
done
that's
enough.
right. That's interesting. Now you're giving him a lot of credit, I think. Yeah, but I think I agree with you though. I think well, at least when I first saw it, I thought he left because of you know, like he felt regret.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I
I'm not
mean,
sure.
don't.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell, but that's the initial
Right.
thought I got from it.
Right, me too. Yeah, when I first saw it, in right in this episode, or this second viewing for me, I was thinking like, man, this dude is pretty messed up, man. You know, like kind of first of all, kind of uh, exposing her to this stuff, right? And then secondly, just abandoning her there, like puts her in danger. And then later, it's clear his intention was just to ruin her reputation.
So with all that being said, we're gonna end the show here today. But again, thank you everyone for joining us, being with us here. For our YouTube viewers, please remember to like and subscribe. Check us out on our Patreon at patreon.com/watching whatever. Leave us a comment. Tell us about your thoughts. Whatever we were discussing, if you had any ideas or if you had any opinions. And for our Patreon viewers, thank you for being with us with this longer end commentary that, with our little rants and stuff, because I usually do cut those out for our YouTube videos. And we thank you for your support, and we'll see you all next time. Bye.